Hello everyone and welcome to a two-player gameplay of Duel of Meloch. This is Bonzinator.
Hi everyone!
Who live streams on Twitch Monday through Friday, 5:30 p.m. PST. I got that on lock, Bonz! I got that on lock!
That was so good.
And I'm Tim Chuon. We're gonna dive right into the gameplay. First, we're gonna start off with a general teach of the game. If you are new to the world of Scythe and new to the world of Expeditions, don't worry, we got you covered. Yeah, we're gonna teach you step by step how it works. What's happening in this world, you ask? Let me tell you. There is a monstrous creature named
Meloch.
Meloch.
It's messed up.
Meloch is something else. Meloch was trying to escape to the portal of Scythe, but he got stopped by adventurers in Scythe. And now, right before he escaped this portal once, you know what he did? This creature took adventurers from Expeditions. He took explorers from Scythe, and now he's pitting them head to head in a duel until only one person remains as a champion.
And you know what? I noticed that your character has a dog by his side.
He needs a dog.
I hope the dog is
survive
okay.
this.
I mean, I'm not touching that dog.
Yeah, he's chilling. That's what he's doing.
Okay.
Man's best friend in this case.
Yeah, my best friend too.
Yeah. On the other hand, you have this giant mechanized mech.
I do, and I also have a companion who's a fox.
Look at that. No hawk.
No hawk? Oh. I was like,
It's the name of the fox.
I was like, it's not a bird.
The goal in this game is to get to 4 stars. The second any of us have placed 4 stars on the board, that is game. There's no end game. That's it. Now, on your turn, the Expeditions player is going to go first. Can you walk us through this one?
Yes. You have 3 different actions available, but whenever you're moving your cube, you have to cover up one of the actions once it gets to the top row of your board. So the first thing I would do is move the cube over, and I have all 3 actions available. There's move, play, and gather. I start off of the board right here, and moving is going to be 1 to 3 spaces. However, if I ever land on a hex with a map token, I have to stop immediately. Playing is going to be moving cards from your left side of your board. These cards are open face, anyone can see them. So they're going to move from your left to your right, and you can only play 1 card per turn. When you play your card from your left to your right, you get the resources at the top left, and then if you have the correct meeple color, you can do the action at the bottom, and that card would stay on your right. The last thing that you can do on your turn is gather. When you move onto a hex, or if you're already on the hex, you can gather whatever images are there on the bottom. So it could be gaining a face-up card on the board. It could be recovering a card from your right side to your left. It could be gaining resources. You have power and guile. Or you could even gain different colored meeples, which will help you activate the cards that you play on your future turn. The last thing to know about your board, and this is only for my board, not Tim's, is there's 3 different sides with arrows, the top, the right, and the bottom. The top is going to be for solving quests, the right is going to be for upgrading, and the bottom is going to be what's called melding. You can only do a max of 4 cards for each side, and you can only place those cards where they need to go when you find a location that gives you that ability to do so. So that's kind of where the trickiness of this game comes in. Otherwise, you're just moving, taking the action, gathering the resources. This is where the meat of the strategy comes in. And remember, I'm trying to get 4 stars up here on the track before Tim does with my type of game system, which is based off of Expeditions. So it could be upgrading 3 cards. It could be solving 3 cards. It could be vanquishing 7 tokens, which are up here on the board, gaining 9 coins, gaining 6 meeples, gaining 4 map tokens, winning 1 battle, or gaining 10 power.
To play as a Scythe player, what you're going to do is you're going to take the pawn and put it on any individual column. So if you're new to Scythe, here's how it works. If you place the pawn, let's say first on move, you can either move 2 different units 1 space, and a unit is either your character, your worker, or later on when you unlock one of your mechs. And you can move them 1 space. So I can move this worker here, and I can move this unit, my character, 1 other spot. That's for movement. Alternatively, I could gain 1 coin. And then the bottom says I have to pay that resource, and then I can gain what's in green. So in this case, I could pay 3 steel and steel you get from this part of the map in order for you to unlock a mech and gain 2 coins. So that's this particular column. That's all you do in your turn. You just take one column action. So for me, it's going to be a pretty slow start, but then it builds up a little bit later towards the end. And then the bottom here, you could pay 3 metal in order for you to deploy a mech. And when you deploy a mech, you also gain that particular ability too, which we'll talk about during the game. And this is also a 2-sided map because this is a jungle side. The other side is where we're starving for water. It's oasis, it's a desert. Next column is produce. So here, you're going to produce on one particular area. So if I were to produce here, then I could generate 1 worker, which I can unlock from my board. And then if I were to produce here, it would generate the resource listed, which in this case would be wood. And then the bottom action, spending 2 oils in order for you to upgrade. And to upgrade, you take any of your cubes on the very top, and now you've made that action up top stronger. So now I could produce 3 times, in this case, 3 different locations to produce in order for me to pay 1 oil, and I can upgrade later on. Okay, 2 more columns. Here, I can pay 1 coin, and I could trade with any of my workers. So if I were to trade here, I would pay 1 coin. I could put any resource here onto that particular area. And also what's important about the Scythe player is that they only control resources where they have units on that resource. If there was no unit here, I wouldn't control this resource, ergo, I wouldn't be able to spend wood for anything.
In a normal game of Scythe, I could interfere with that and take it, but in this game, this character doesn't interact with that.
Very bottom, I could spend 3 wood, and then I could build any of these buildings over here. So these buildings all have a unique effect. We'll look over one of them, which is mine. So there are tunnels on the board, which allows me to pretty much teleport from one area of the map to the other. If I were to place the mine somewhere, I can then use those 3 locations interchangeably. I could also pay 1 coin in order for me to bolster, which allows me to gain strength, because technically the Scythe player would be on the opposite side over here, but for the sake of the video, we are playing side by side. And then as you can see here, strength is one of my star conditions. So one really big important thing to note is that in order for me to play stars, I just have to have that condition met. But for Bonds to play stars, she does have to boast. And boasting right now currently comes in, on the board at least, in 1 spot on location number 3, once she has vanquished this corruption.
So it might be easier for me to gain 4 map tokens or 9 coins, but I can't just add a star.
Right, except during combat. If you win combat, boom, instant star.
For both of us.
Last action over here is to pay 4 wheat, and I could enlist. So this one means I would be able to take one of these cylinder tokens and I gain a one-time benefit. So like for instance, I could gain 2 coins, and then this would give me an additional ongoing benefit as I go forward. If you are familiar with Scythe, we are not going to be gaining some ongoing enlisting bonuses since it's just 2 of us, and specific to Duel of Meloch, it's not gonna work out that way. It'd be too OP. We don't want that.
If I land on a hex that Tim's main character or one of his mechs are at, or they could both be there, then I have to initiate a fight, and then we can battle it out.
Yeah.
If I land on a hex with just one of Tim's workers, then it wouldn't interact.
They don't fight. They just harvest.
Yeah.
And then for the Expeditions player, they need to use Vanquish. So you wouldn't vanquish a corruption. You would just use a Vanquish action to actually initiate combat. For the Scythe player, they can initiate combat as long as units are interacting with each other, as long as the plastic pieces are interacting with the mech. And then for the actual combat turn, you're going to spend, for the Scythe player, an equal amount of combat cards equal to the units there. So for me, if I have 2 plastic pieces here, then I can play 2 cards. Expeditions can only play 1 combat card. And then we also are going to bid our total power. So my power is listed here on the board. Bonds' power is listed here in orange. And then whoever wins that combat will place a star immediately. And Bonds does not have to boast for this one for Expeditions. It can immediately go there. And whoever loses combat does retreat back to their home base. If they spent 1 power, they can draw 1 combat card. And also the combat cards are different in this game, so they are specific to Duel of Meloch. Plus, you can also discard them at any time to use the ability listed on the top right corner.
Ooh.
Okay, you start us off.
All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is move my cube from refresh to the first square here. And now I unlocked all 3 of those moves. So I'm going to start by moving. I'm going to move 1 and 2. And I'll go ahead and get this map token here. It's giving me my first one and give me 1 guile. So that was my move action. I could do them in any order. I could play or gather. Doesn't matter. I'm going to play my character here, play it over to the right-hand side, immediately gain the top resource, which is 1 more guile. And then I could place my golden meeple, which fits for any color. And it says refresh all other workers or solve. If you solve, gain the core value of all your solved quests. I don't want to refresh any other workers. I don't have it. Solving is actually solving a quest card, which I don't have. So I'm going to save my meeple. I'm just going to gain that resource over there. So that was play. Now it's going to be gather. I'm going to look down here, and this symbol on the right, now I'm going to play this symbol right here, which is gain a face-up card. I'm going to go ahead and take this one right here, glowing crystal, which is an item card. And if I get a blue meeple eventually, whenever you gather, you may discard a card to treat as either as an and. So it's going to help me gain multiple things. Yeah, that's going to be good. So I'm going to move that over here. It has to immediately go to my right-hand side. But this symbol right here for gather means recover. I can take one of these cards and move it back to my active hand. So I'm going to take the one I just got and move it back over here. That's going to be all 3 of my moves, and now it's your turn.
Okay, I gotta lock in, boss. First, I'm going to move. For my action, I'm gonna move my character 1 space here, and I'm gonna move my farmer, my worker, 1 space. I can't take the bottom row because you do need 3 steel. Done.
That was a quick turn. I'm going to move my cube over to the play, so I have to cover it up. I won't get to play a card this turn, but I am going to move. I'll move 1 space and stop because I hit another map token. I'll get it, and it's going to be a discovery card from the top of the deck. Let's see what it is. Ask shepherds about the strange wreck. Ooh, it's a quest, my first quest card.
Nice.
I need to be on hexes 2 or 10, pay 2 power, and then I get 1 coin and 1 other map token. If I place a blue meeple here, gain 1 guile per card in your active row, or gain power per card in your hand. So this one already has to go right here. So that was my move action in getting that map token. Now I'm going to gather, and my gathering is gaining an additional resource from one of the hexes next to me. I'm going to get a worker, and I will get a yellow meeple here and place it on my board.
Okay. You're pretty loaded right now, Bonds. Okay, I'm freaking out. To me, I'm going to produce. And I can produce on 2 different hexes. First production is going to be here, which means I can unlock an additional worker. Second production is going to be here, so I can get 1 tiny log there. I can't take my bottom row action just yet. I'm gonna move this back from the teach, and done.
I'll move my cube over to gather. So now I can do the actions move and play. Now, if I wanted to get everything from here and move it back to my active, if I wanted to have all 3 squares available, I could eventually do refresh. But instead, I'm gonna have move and play, so I'm gonna move right here. I'm gonna stop my movement because I end at another map token. Ooh, I gain a meeple. I'm gonna gain a blue meeple. And then I get a play action. I'll go ahead and play my glowing crystal actually. And I'll play right here. And I just got that blue meeple, so I'm gonna go ahead and place it here. And it says, whenever you gather, you may discard a card to treat an either as a plus or an and. Now discard in my situation just means placing it from my active section to my inactive section.
I have a secret ability. Mine's called leverage. So for this character, for Everin and Akar, once per turn, I could place one of my unplaced stars. And I can gain any resource. So I'm gonna do just that and put an oil rig here. I'm also gonna place these face up. So
I mean, that's not a whole rig, that's just 1 can.
Sorry, 1 oil, one tiny oil can.
Yeah, I know we're trying to stretch out the oil right now, but.
From there, I'm gonna take my action, which is move, and I'm gonna move my character to the very first encounter for me. So this map token will count as an encounter for me. I'm gonna place it here on my board. I don't gain the back benefit like you, but I do gain one of these secret encounter cards. Study the art of desert combat and gain 1 popularity and 1 combat card. You may put it on the bottom of the deck and redraw. Number 2, distract the bandits with shiny coins. Pay $2 to end your turn now. Then immediately take another turn. That's pretty good. Number 3, follow the possessed to a source of power. Pay 2 popularity to gain 4 power and 1 combat card. Oh my god, so many good options. I want to take another turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to pay $2. I start off with $5. I gain $3 back. And then I'm going to end my turn right now. So then I can start another one back to back. Okay, second turn. I'm going to go produce again. And I actually want to unlock even more workers here. So I get 1 per worker there. And then I also get 1 more wood over here. And again, once per turn, I can discard 1 star to get another resource. So I'm actually going to put an oil rig here. And then the very bottom, it costs 2 oils. Look at that.
Wow.
Now I could upgrade. And let's make movement a little bit better. I'm going to make unlocking buildings a bit cheaper.
You know what? I'm going to move my cube to play, and I will have move and gather. So I'm going to move here. I stop my movement because I have a map token. Ooh, I get an adjacent. Oh, man.
I'm not really liking that, to be honest.
I'm going to take this one right here. Whenever you vanquish, all opponents first decrease each token on tracks by 1.
That's dirty.
So it would just be your hearts and...
It would just be everything that I have.
That was my move, and I got that map token. New card comes out. Those cards are only for me, not for Tim. After I gain that face-up card, I can now recover one of the cards. I'm going to refresh this 1 card, Ask Shepherds About the Strange Wreck, which is the quest. So that was my token ability, which was doing an adjacent hex action, which was that one. Now I'm going to do the gather action, which is do one of the actions here, one of the face-up cards 1 time. So I could do refresh all workers or vanquish. If there's no corruption here, gain any benefit here. This one is move or trash a card to boast. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move. I'm going to go 1, 2, and stop there.
Weird.
I know it's weird, but I would like to refresh next turn.
Understood. Okay. It's always well thought out with bonds, I'm telling you. I am going to go to move and move my character here, which means I now get this map token and get to unlock this encounter card. Win a staring contest against the statue and the creature. Gain $2 and 1 popularity. If you now have more popularity than money, gain any 1 resource. Enticing. Extravagantly display your generosity. Pay $2 to an opponent. You may then deploy 1 mech.
Ooh.
Or frighten the creature into a frenzy. Pay 2 popularity to return any mech to its home base. I'm going to extravagantly display my generosity.
Oh, thank you.
And give $2 out of my $3.
$2. Yes. Got him.
But I may now deploy 1 mech.
Not good. Not good for me.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to unlock speed. And it has to go to where one of my other workers are. So we'll put my speed mech here. Now I can move a little bit faster. This card goes away. And I still have 1 movement left from my original action. I still have 2 movement left. So I'm going to move 1 worker here. And I'm going to move 1 worker here. So all my movement is done. And on the very bottom, I don't have steel just yet. And then lastly, I have unlocked the first star. Let's put that bad boy there.
Wow. This is not good for me. I really need to figure out how to boast.
Now I'm going to draw a Meloch card. And this one I'm going to place... So I'm facing that way. I'm going to orient it like this, which means I would gain 1 power and 1 combat card. So power increases here, 1 combat card to you.
All right. I'm going to move my cube here to move, and I won't be able to move this turn, but I can play and I can gather. So first thing I'm going to do is I'll gather. And that's going to be refresh everything and gain 1 guile. So I'll move this guile up to 5. And then I'm going to refresh by moving all the cards over here. And I took the refresh action. I don't actually move my brown cube over to the refresh. Then I'm going to take the play action. I will take Ask Shepherds About the Strange Wreck. And then I'll place my blue meeple on it, and it says gain 1 guile per card in your active row or gain 1 power per card in your hand. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards because this one is a player aid. So I'll gain a total of 6 power.
Time to bolster. I'm gonna pay 1 coin, my final coin left, and increase my strength by 2 to you.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move my brown token to play. So I won't be able to play any cards right now, but I can move 1. I think I'm gonna stay there because I'm gonna be able to collect 1 of these cards. I'll go ahead and do Resist the Sway of the Meloch quest. Ooh. And I'll place that over here because that's where you have to place them. If I could refill this hex, please. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take 1 of these cards and put it back over here. I'm gonna put this one back over here. And now it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go to move, and I can move 3. So we're gonna move 1, 2, and I move my character back this way. That'll be 3, and done.
I'll move my brown cube to gather, so I have to move and play this turn. I'll go ahead and move here, and then I will play this one. My character, I'll gain 1 guile, and then it says refresh all other workers or solve, and I have to place a yellow meeple here. I'm on location 4, so I can't solve any quests, so I'm gonna refresh all the other workers, which means just putting the blue meeple over here, and that's my turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go here to produce. I do have to pay 1 power, but in exchange, I can produce in 2 areas. So first I can produce here. All of these workers are going to generate 1 oil each. So 1, 2, 3. And then I'm gonna produce here to get 1 more wood. And lastly, I could pay 2 oil to upgrade, which I will do. I'm gonna pay 2 of these oils and upgrade another one. And I'm actually gonna upgrade my coin generating since I'm totally broke here. And we'll reduce steel cost. Okay.
All right, I'll move my marker to move, so I'm not gonna move this turn. I will gather first. I'll go ahead and gather this card right here, which is Soarstone. It says move or trash a card to boast. If I have 2 meld, then I can gain 1 power per glory.
Okay.
So that was that one. And then I can refresh a card. I'll refresh the Ask Shepherds About the Strange Wreck quest. And then I can play a card. I'll go ahead and play this one, which I just refreshed. So I have to place my blue meeple on it. And then it says gain 1 guile per card in your active row or gain 1 power per card in your hand. I'll do the hand one. That's gonna be 5. And I'm at 11. It only goes up to 10.
I'm gonna go to move and generate 2 coins. So 1, 2, or gain 2 coins. And then I could pay 2 steel. I don't have steel just yet, so I can't deploy, but I am going to pay this 1 oil for my leverage ability in order to gain 1 of my stars back.
Nice. Took that, paid off your loan. I'll move my cube over to play, and so I have to move and then gather. I'll move over here. And that's gonna be gain 1 of the top cards over here. I'll take Search the Sinister Tomb. It's another quest. It's a yellow meeple. Boast if you have at least 2 map tokens or trash a map token to gain a face-up card to your hand. Go ahead and do that. And then I can recover a card.
Oh, you got another boast now. Cool.
Yeah, I do. I'll take this yellow meeple and get it back. And refresh that one. Okay, so I moved and gathered.
Time to trade. I'm gonna pay 1 coin. And I could trade with a worker or gain popularity. And then I can pay 2 wood, which I finally have. Pay 2 wood, and I could build somewhere. I'm gonna build a monument over here. And then I also get to get 1 coin.
I can finally start vanquishing, so I'm gonna move my brown cube to move and cover that one up so I can play and I can gather. I'm gonna start by playing this card. And it says refresh all workers or vanquish. If there is no corruption here, gain any benefit here.
Oh.
So I'll place this gold meeple here to count as the red. And to vanquish, it's going to cost me 2 of guile. If it was orange, it would be 2 of power, or whatever number it is. So I'll spend 2 guile. Now I'm down to 4. And I will take this token and place it here. One thing that I need to keep on remembering is to gain the resource at the top left of the card. So I actually have 1 guile.
Okay.
So now I'm going to do my gather action. It's going to be taking one of the face-up cards here and then recovering a card. I'll go ahead and recover this card that I just played. And then I'll go ahead and take up one of these face-up cards. I'm going to take Cleanse the Mech of the Corruption. So if you could replace that card, please. That was my turn.
I'm going to go produce. I do have to pay 1 power again. So this is going to go down to 3. And I can produce on 2 different areas. I really want steel. So let's get steel here. And let's generate oil again here. 1, 2, 3. And then I can pay 2 oil to upgrade. So I'll pay 2 of these oils. And let's upgrade bolster. Take that cube off. And let's make this for enlisting a lot cheaper. Lastly, I'm gonna pay this oil to pay off my debt fully and get all my stars back.
I'll move my cube over to play so I can move and I can gather. So I'll move right here. And that was my movement. I'm going to stop there. And then I'm going to gather. The gathering could be one of the actions of the face-up card. So I have discard 2 cards to gain 2 face-up. Or gain the top card of any deck, then you may vanquish. I'm going to go ahead and gain a combat card. Thank you. And then I can vanquish. I will vanquish this one for 2.
Okay.
Take that one. 1, 2. And then once per turn, I may trash 1 corruption to upgrade, meld, or boast. I'm finally gonna boast. I'm gonna take this and discard it. And I need a star. And I will take this one right here for the 10 power.
Nice,
I can finally spend the power.
Okay, and you get your Meloch card.
Okay. Take that one. And I can gain 1 power, or I can gain 1 combat card. I'll gain 1 combat card and 1 worker.
Combat card.
Thank you. I'll gain 1 red worker and another combat card.
And don't forget, you can always spend your combat cards anytime your turn, as many as you like.
Okay. All right, that was my move and gather.
Okay, 1-1, Bonds, 1-1. Okay. I'm gonna go here. I really need money, so I'm gonna gain 2 coins.
Mood.
And then I need steel. So I'm actually gonna pay 1 star to generate 1 steel here because I want to deploy my mech. So I'm gonna pay 2 steel. I'm gonna warp.
Ooh.
And put this here. So warping says I can move from a territory to any territory of the same terrain type. So
That's
I could
nice.
warp from here to here.
Wow.
2 coins for the end of my action, and then I'm done.
Okay. I'll move my cube over to the move so I can play and gather this turn. I'm gonna play this one and place a golden meeple here.
A flamethrower?
Flamethrower. Whenever you vanquish, all opponents first decrease each token on tracks by 1. And now I'm gonna gather, and this one's gonna be gain the top card of any deck, then you may vanquish. I'll go ahead and gain the combat again. Thank you. Then you may vanquish. Whoop whoop.
This is
And
bad for me.
now I can finally spend the power because I put a star there and I can use it. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna vanquish this guy. And now I unlocked that thing underneath, which is upgrade. Take an item card you control under the right of your mat. Okay, so now I can go ahead and do that action.
I think so.
All right, cool. I'm gonna upgrade glowing crystal. Move that over here and tuck it on the right side here. So whenever I gather, you may discard a card to treat the slashy as a plus.
That's slashy. Got it.
Oh, I vanquished, so you must decrease each token on those tracks by 1. Yes.
God, my popularity, my strength, it's sapping from my body. I'm gonna go to bolster, pay 1 coin, and I could gain 3 strength back. So 1, 2, 3. And then I can also gain 1 popularity at this time. And I could pay 3 wheat. I'm still short on wheat, so that's it for now.
I'll move it over gather, so I'll have move and play. I will move back here. So that was my move action. I'm gonna stop there, then I'm gonna play. I'll play resist the sway of Meloch. So refresh all workers or vanquish. If there's no corruption here, gain any benefit here. So that's gonna take a red meeple, which I have. I'm choosing to vanquish. It's gonna cost me 2 power, which I can finally spend. And now I uncovered that one, which is gonna be a boast action. Because I vanquished, you have to decrease each of your tracks by 1.
My popularity, my strength. Have you ever heard of the phrase, it's warping time? I'm gonna go to move. And I'm gonna pick up all my workers here with my mech that now has warp.
And what are you gonna say?
It's warping time. I'm gonna warp here.
I don't like that.
We're gonna get a little bit closer to bonds to initiate combat. And then I still have 2 more movements. So let's get my character 1 space here. And I'm gonna move my mech 1 space here. Then on the very bottom, I could pay 2 steel to get deploy another mech, but instead I'm going to spend a star to just put 1 steel here, just for safekeeping.
Forgot to get my guy on the last turn, so I'll move that here. Think I'm gonna cover up play.
Okay,
And I will move and I will gather.
are we fighting?
No. Probably shouldn't say that in the video.
Sorry I asked.
We'll move right here.
Okay, peaceful.
And I'll get a combat card for my gather.
I'm gonna move here to bolster, pay 1 coin, and I get 3 power, so 1, 2, 3. I get 1 popularity.
I'm gonna cover up gather. And then I can move and I can play. I'm gonna go 1, 2. So that was my movement. And then I'm gonna play, I have a yellow meeple. I'm gonna say, yeah, let's do that. Refresh all other workers or solve. Now, I finally have a star up there, so I'm gonna get 1 guile plus 1 more guile.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and solve. I'll solve this one. Why not? Let's just do it. I really like that card, but I'll tuck it underneath here. I can no longer use that ability. I have to pay 1 guile. Then, as a reward, I get 1 coin and I can recover 1 card back to my area, please. I need 1 coin.
Oh, coin.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go over here to trade. Pay 1 coin. Fighting the brokenness right now. And then I can get 2 resources. So let's get 1 steel and let's get 1 wood. And on the very bottom, I could now build again. So I'm gonna spend 2 wood. And let's build a mine over here. Then I also gain 1 coin and I can now teleport between my mines and tunnels.
Whoa.
3 buildings, new star.
Hey, good job.
Okay, and then we're gonna place a Meloch card, and I really want money. So let's place the arrow this way. So I gain 1 coin and I gain 1 power. 1 power, 1 coin.
Okay.
To you, Bonds.
All right, I'm gonna move and gather. So I'm gonna move right here and I can discard a card to get both of these at the same time. So I'll discard this one. Okay. And then it's gonna move over here. And now I'm gonna gain both a green and a yellow meeple. Okay. And then that was my move and that was my gather.
You ever heard the phrase, it's warping time?
I have now.
Okay, so I'm gonna warp from here
It's warping time.
to here. And then I can pay 2 steel, which I can finally do now. So I'm gonna pay these 2 steel and I could deploy another mech. So let's get Riverwalk out and put it here and gain 2 coins.
Pretty good. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move and play, and then I'll say, I'll play this card, Search the Sinister Tomb quest. I gain 1 guile, and then I'll place a yellow meeple there, and it says boast if you have at least 2 map tokens. I have 4, so I'm gonna boast, and I have 6 meeples total.
Oh, frick.
So I have 4, 5, 6. I can now place a star. Whoop whoop. Yay.
Nice.
And now I get a card up here. I'm already getting 1 power for sure. So I can either get a coin or another combat card. How much money do you have?
7.
Sure, I'll get another coin.
Why are you looking at my bank over here, Vaughn? This is prime information.
I'll get another coin.
Okay.
Thank you.
How many coins do you have?
I have 6.
Okay. Okay.
Your turn.
Okay. Then I can pay 3 wheat. I can't do it 3 wheat. Okay, I'm going to produce. Sorry, in my head. Now, to
That
produce.
was not in your head. I know your entire strategy.
Right? Okay, ignore me. Now, I'm gonna spend 1 power and I can produce on 2 hexes. So I'm gonna produce here to get 3 wheat. Wheat finally comes out to play. Look at all my fruitful wheat. And then I can produce on 1 more area. So let's produce some steel here. And I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna spend 1 star for leverage and gain 1 steel.
Nice.
Now at the bottom, I don't have enough oil to upgrade, so it is back to you.
I'm gonna move it to move. So I'm gonna play and gather. The first thing I'm gonna do is gather. I will take this action right here. I'm gonna gain a top card here. I'll take this one. Yeah, I'll take that one. And if you could refill, please. Thank you.
A smash stone.
Nice. And then I get to recover 1 card, and I get to do that if I can. So I'm gonna recover this card, and now I can play. I'm actually gonna play the card that I just recovered. And I gain 1 guile, and then 1 more because I have 1 star. But guess what? I have 2 stars, and I also gain 1 power.
Oh my.
Then if I place the yellow meeple there, which I can refresh all other workers or solve. If you solve, gain the core value of all your solve quests. I'm on hex 4, so I can solve clear the hive quest, which I just gained from there. So I don't get that ability, but I can tuck it. And I have to pay 2 guile. 1, 2. And then I gain 1 coin.
Okay.
Thank you. And then I get to draw 2 top cards of the discovery deck, and I keep 1.
Okay.
I drew 2 cards. I'm keeping this one. I have to put it over here. I don't get the ability right now. This one goes in the sweep pile. Sweep pile. So I have 8 coins now. I drew those 2 cards. And now I get the core value of all my solve quests, which is going to be 1 guile, 1 power. They're both at 7. That was my play and gather. That was a big deal for me. Okay.
Okay. I forget you get stronger as the game goes on, the more stars you place out. Okay. It's time to bolster. Boom. 1 coin spent. And I could gain 3 power. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I could gain 1 popularity. And then I can spend 3 wheat, which I have here, in order to enlist and gain 3 more coins. So when I enlist, I can do this, and I'll put it on coins. So I'll get 2 coins. And then at the very bottom of the list, I can also gain 3 more coins after I've been done enlisting. 8, and then I gain 3 more coins here. 10, 11, short 1. And then I also gain 1 combat card.
Okay. I'm gonna put my cube over play so I can move and gather this turn. I'm gonna move here, and then I'm gonna gather. So I can recover a card, I can gain a face-up card, and I can boast. I think I'm gonna discard one of these cards and gain a coin.
Okay.
And keep the coin. No! Do I get to keep the 9 coins? I don't have to turn them in. I will take the coin.
Okay, you get 1?
Just 1. But now that's my 9. And now I can boast.
Oh no!
Sorry, Tim.
Oh no!
Yeah. Sorry, that's my 9 coins.
How could you do that to me?
Yeah, I don't know. I had to run away with it right there.
What do you have to say for
You
yourself?
were 1 coin warping time. Okay, now I can pick up a card here and I can recover a card.
Meloch 2 at this point.
Ooh. I can coin or refresh.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna refresh. Yeah, might as well. I've been trying to hold off because I like my abilities. Okay.
I think you need more table space to fit all your abilities and actions and cards.
That means I'm not actually playing them here. I need to play better. I haven't melded yet. The face-up cards vanquish, gain a face-up card, or discard 2 cards and gain 2 face-up cards. I'll go ahead and take this one right here, this vanquish card, if you could refill, please. And then there's no need for me to recover because I just reset, basically, refreshed. So that was move and that was gather. It's your turn.
So you don't need to recover because you just flexed on me that you recovered.
I just got it from here. Oh, I didn't get that one.
Okay, gain 1 power, please.
Boop. Now it's your turn.
We are both quite powerful in power. Now, I'm going to here. I'm not gonna go for coins anymore, but instead, I am going to.
What are you gonna do, Tim?
I'm stressed. Give me 1 second. I need coins. I can't do coins. I can't do coins.
You're like, I'm going to here, and then you just put your head down.
Okay. I'm gonna move.
You're gonna move.
It's time to warp because not only do my mechs gain warp, my character also gains warp too. So I'm going to warp from this steel area to this other steel. And then I have 2 more movement. So let's put 1 mech here and let's take all of these workers with this mech and put it here. Now it's time to get serious. I'm gonna spend 2 steel, which I do have, to deploy my final mech and gain 2 coins. So I gain 2 coins for deploying my final mech, which is Veer. After combat, you may refresh your action token.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Let's go to where one of my workers
Wow.
are. Here.
Oh no, Tim.
4 mechs equals 1 star, Bonds.
Yeah, it does.
But I have no stars remaining. I have to pay a resource. Here.
Wait, you're allowed. Oh, you have 1 star left.
I have 1 star left, but
Okay.
I need to pay a resource to get my star
I was
back.
like, you're allowed to pay stars and oil?
I have to. I have no resources right now, so I can't even get it back until I generate. Okay, I'm gonna get a Meloch card. Oh yes, exactly what I needed.
A resource.
2 coins.
Wow. Now you have money.
3, 4, okay.
Now you have money. Yep.
I think this needs to end in a bloodbath.
It does?
It does.
Well, it's not gonna be from me. I'm gonna move and play.
Okay. I see.
Okay, I'm gonna move and play. Move right here. And I can't gather this turn. So that was my move action. Now I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play my character card, which is gonna be 1 guile, and then 1 more guile because I have 1 star, and I have more than 1 star, so I even get 1 power from that. And then it says, if I place the yellow worker, which I have 1, refresh all other workers or solve. If you solve, gain the core value of all your solve quests. So then I'm gonna take this quest right here and I'll place it right here.
Oh no.
And it's gonna cost me 2 guile, and I'll get 1 coin. I will also sweep, discard to the sweep pile any face-up discovery cards or replace them from the deck. I'll discard that one.
Okay. Replace?
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Thank you. Okay, and then I also get 1 face-up card. Okay. I get that one. And now if you could replace it again. Thank you. All right, so that was my move and play.
You now have 3 quests.
I do,
no.
yeah.
You're gonna both.
Oh, and then I gain all the core value of all my solve quests. So I gain 2 more power and 1 more guile. I'm already up at 10 now, so I can't gain any more there. And then I'll gain that 1 guile. Your turn.
Don't just casually say your turn when you know what's gonna happen next.
I know you're gonna try and slaughter me.
I can't, because I already moved last turn. So I must produce because I can't even place my final star, even if I want combat.
Oh, no.
I only have one choice. I must produce. So now I'm gonna pay 1 power. And then I can produce on 2 areas. I'll produce here for 4 wood. And then I'll produce here for steel. And I'm gonna spend one of these pieces of wood for leverage to gain one of my stars back. And that's it.
That's it? Okay. I'm gonna move my brown cube to play so I can move and gather this turn. I'll move here. I'm gonna end my movement there, and then I'm gonna gather. I'll gather, or I'll take this face-up card. I'll take this one. It's an item card. And then if you could replace it, please. And then I can recover this character and this card. And then I'll solve, or I'll bolst. And I have 3 quests done. So I'll take my last star and I'll place it here. I would get another thing, but the game is over, right? Like there's nothing else afterwards.
Can you repeat what you just said? I just didn't hear it
Do I have
clearly.
to like complete my turn, or there's no point because I already got my 4 star?
So you're basically saying that because you won, you don't need any more stuff?
I don't think I do. I would like more.
No, that's it. As soon as you place your final star, that is the end. Good job! High five! You have fun?
Good game, Tim.
Increasing Bonds' win streak once again. Thank you so much, Bonds, for joining me on yet another gameplay.
Yeah, thank you. That was fun.
I love, my favorite part is you continuing this win streak because I just want to see how high you can climb on this mountain that we're going up on.
Our next game will be a co-op one. I can already feel it.
where we both share the win. Don't we love shared victories? All right, y'all. Thank you all so much for watching today's gameplay of Duel of Meloch. If you made it to the very, very end, go ahead and comment warping.
Warping time.
Well, the warping time that we're doing in this game. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it, and we'll see you all in the next one.
Bye.
See you later. You killed me again. That was so close. That was so close. I'm stressed. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. You got this locked in. I'm scared, Boss. I'm scared. Okay, Scythe player turn. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a 2-player gameplay of
Sorry. I had the worst itch in my nose. I think that's what made me sneeze. And then I couldn't itch it the entire intro.